Hey guys, we're in Mount Pleasant Baptist Church today. We're going to visit the grave of and pay our respects to Absolum Skelton. He was in Company G of the 5th Mississippi and featured in Mr. Rocco's On the Rim of the Volcano, which is a Civil War painting of the action that took place in and around the Carter cotton gin at the Battle of Franklin. Come along with us. Let's go explore. Well, I guess you can tell that we're actually not in the church, but we're making our way into the church cemetery to find Mr. Skelton's grave. You know, this is a beautiful little old country church cemetery that is very well kept. And as we move to Mr. Skelton's grave, let's learn a little bit more about Keith Rocco, the artist of today's painting. You know, if you're into Civil War history at all and you've spent a little bit of time looking at Civil War artwork, chances are you've seen some of Mr. Rocco's work. For me, Mr. Rocco is a historical storyteller with his artwork. Rocco's website will tell you that before he ever puts a paintbrush to the canvas, he's done exhaustive research that often requires the help of other historians before he starts telling the story with his paintings. His work hangs in every major collection of historical artwork in this country and in several worldwide. Here's a picture of Keith that I borrowed from his Facebook site. First Sergeant Absolum Skelton, the subject of today's painting, served in Company G of the 5th Mississippi Infantry. Absolum was living in Choctaw County, Mississippi, when he enlisted in 1861. He was wounded at the Battle of Franklin and lost his arm. He was captured by the United States Army on December the 17th, 1864, and sent to the dreaded Camp Chase prisoner of war camp. Luckily, he survived his experience in the prisoner of war camp and was paroled in June of 1865. First Sergeant Skelton's brother, Solomon, was also captured at Franklin and sent to Camp Douglas. After the war, Absolum returned to Choctaw County, and he and his wife had 8 children. His wife died, so then he married his brother's widow in 1873. First Sergeant Absolum Skelton died in 1905 and was buried here at Mount Pleasant Cemetery in Webster County, Mississippi. Here is a post-war picture of Mr. Skelton. On the Rim of the Volcano depicts the fighting beneath the angle at the Carter cotton gin, which of course occurred on November 30th, 1864. Skelton is circled at the bottom of the painting, loading his 1853 Enfield. As I was leaving the cemetery, I walked right by this most interesting grave. I must admit, I know very little about this particular guy, and include him in the video in hopes that some of you might provide me with a little information. This, of course, is not the grave of my most favorite Mississippi writer of all time, but perhaps he's of some kin. Maybe you guys can help me find out. At any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit about Absolum Skelton and Keith Rocco and his On the Rim of the Volcano today. And I want to encourage you to explore the world you find right around you. You never know what stories you'll find that are just begging to be told. Thank you.